I'm Renee Charles with the Heartland Partnership, and today we have along with us Dan Silverthorn, who's the Executive Director of the West Central Illinois Building and Construction Trades. That's a mouthful.
It is. It is.
You really represent and work with a huge group of laborers right here in Central Illinois. Tell me a little bit about the organization.
Well, it's for lack of better words, it's an association. The Building Trades Council go back 100 years. It was created in 1908, and it was mandated that each local union, building trades union, join a building trades council. It started out in Peoria as one county, and now it is 13.
And you represent anything and everything dealing with construction of what?
Buildings, highways, railroads, factories, anything that has construction work in it, we have a trade that does that work.
And obviously this recession has hurt the organization.
It has. You know, I grew up, I was here in the 80s, so I went through all of that, and it's not that yet, and we hope it won't be, but we went from having more work than we could complete in August of last year to within 2 months after that having $2 billion worth of that work basically be shelved or disappeared. So it was a real phenomenon. Never seen anything like that a turn down. But we're still in what I'm going to consider a mediocre year. I like what they say, it's better here, and it is. We have a lot more hours and more work going than even our neighboring states do, so we're pretty fortunate.
And you said the end of the year last year, towards the end of the year, things just an abrupt stop.
Came to a standstill. It was incredible.
What's happening right now? Are they getting back to work? I mean, we see some activity going on, but how beneficial is it to the organization, and what's the reemployment rate, I guess? Well,
I was talking to several of the trades before the interview because I knew there'd be some questions like that, and the average is probably about 10%, which is
10% unemployed.
On the average. Now, we have some trades, depending on the type of work, that have 20, 25%, and really don't see that changing much for a while. Especially mechanical trades. One of the things that hurt us the worst was when they stopped several of the clean air projects on some of the power plants here. Those were huge employers of mechanical trades, and that's probably hurt us the worst. The basic trades and some of the interior trades are picking up now with the schools, and some of the other projects are coming out.
We are seeing some reemployment.
We are.
For what you said, 10% for majority of some of them, even 20% unemployment. What's the average that we would see at a typical year?
Well, we like it when it's 6% or less. You know, we're in an industry that is affected by weather and other conditions and you know, economy. Absolutely. And so our folks only work when the work's there. So we're used to having layoffs. I can remember when I got in the trades in the 60s, we were lucky if we got 8 months a year because we didn't have the technology we have now. But we try to keep employed as much as we can. How
does the situation that we're dealing with right now, with the economy the way it is, some things coming back and getting a few guys, you know, a few groups back to work, how does that affect the morale of the organization in general and the members of it? Because it's a tough time right now. People don't know what's going to happen next. What's the morale like?
Well, there's some great angst. There's no doubt about that. One of the things the economy's affected is, like everybody else, our retirement plans and other things. So we have a lot of nervousness among the trades as to where this is all going to end. But we also have a lot of optimism. We think with the current capital bill that we hope is going to be improved, there's a tremendous amount of construction work. That is basically a construction bill. The stimulus package, the first round of that was all construction. So we're very optimistic. The leaders are, and I think our members are listening too.
And how about the Bldg project? Your organization was definitely behind it. What's on the horizon here?
I think it's one of the finest examples of labor management cooperation we've seen in Peoria for a long time, probably since the Civic Center. And we're extremely excited about it, of course. It's roughly $140 million worth of construction when it's all done for us, so we're very happy about it. We're a little nervous that it isn't going to go fast enough or quick enough, but we're working with a lot of committees to get that on its feet, and hope to see some dust coming out of the ground by the fourth quarter.
You're not the only one that would like to see it.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I know everybody's excited about seeing that happen, and again, for morale, that's got to be a great boost.
Well, it is, and that's something you can physically see that's happening. You know, there's a lot of projects that happen, but sometimes they're remodels, sometimes they're smaller projects the public doesn't see. But this has been 15 years in the making, if you think about it, and this is going to be a huge thing for Peoria.
All right, Dan, well, thanks so much for joining us today. Dan Silverthorn, the Executive Director of the West Central Illinois Construction and Building Trades.
Thank you.